In this lab, we are going to learn how to implement and deploy Azure Container Apps. So there are two tasks that I'll perform. In task 1, I'm going to create and configure an Azure Container App and environment. Then in task 2, I'm going to test and verify the deployment of the Azure Container Apps. Here is the scenario. Let's say that your organization has a web application that runs on a virtual machine in your on-premises data center. The organization wants to move all applications to the cloud, but doesn't want to have a large number of servers to manage it. So you have decided to now evaluate Azure Container Apps. So like I said, there are two tasks that I will perform. In task 1, I'm going to create and configure an Azure Container App and the environment. Azure Container Apps take the concept of a managed Kubernetes cluster a step further and manages the cluster environment as well as provides other managed services on top of the cluster. Unlike an Azure Kubernetes cluster, where you will still manage the cluster, an Azure Container Apps instance removes some of the complexity to setting up a Kubernetes cluster. So what I will do now is that on the Azure portal, in order to create and configure the Azure Container App, I will have to search for the Container App. Then I will click the Create button, then I will select Container Apps. So once again, Container Apps allow you to create a containerized app and run it on a wireless platform without managing the cloud infrastructure. So in order to begin, I will need to set the subscription. So I will leave it this way. Next is the resource group. Now I'm going to create a new resource group. Now we'll call it AZ-104 -LG5 or LG9. Then I'll click OK. Then for the container app name, it will be my-app. So you have to give it a name that is unique within your own environment. Next is the deployment source. I'm going to leave it this way, container image. The purpose of this container image is to bring your own container registry or build a container from a Docker file. So in the container app environment, I'm going to set certain things there. So what is the purpose of the container app environment? An app environment is a secure boundary around a group of container apps. So what I will need to do here is to select the region, and the region is East US. Then for the container app environment, I'm going to click Create New Environment. Then on the environment name, I will name it my-environment. Then I will click Create. Now on the Container tab, there are a few things that you might need to check here. For example, you might need to look at the image source. Now the image source is still saying is our Azure Container Registry. But I can do something else. I can check this box, said use quick start image. So I'll check that box. So now it simply means that I want to use a quick start image. And what's that quick start image? Say hello world container. So definitely this is going to say what? Another hello world. So I'll click the review plus create. Then I'll click create. So the initialization as started. So it's initializing the deployment. So after which we'll start submitting the application into the Azure. So this will definitely take a couple of minutes. So wait for the deployment to be completed. Okay, so the deployment is ready. So this will take us now to the task 2, where I'm going to test and verify deployment of the Azure Container App. Now by default, the Azure Container App that we have created now will accept traffic on port 80 using the same Hello World application. Azure Container Apps will provide a DNS name for the application. So what we're going to do now is that I'm going to click on this button that says go to the resource. After that, it's going to give me the overview of the Azure Container App. From this overview, I'm going to see the application URL. So I will need this application URL now. So I'm going to copy to the clipboard and I'll go to another tab. Then I'll paste what I just copied and press enter. Yes, this is it. What do we have? Your Azure Container Apps is live. Yes, so it simply shows now that the Azure Container App is working. From here now, we can now begin to start managing the Azure Container App. Maybe you want to push other things inside or whichever way you want to actually manage it. Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, consider subscribing to this channel. Please, let me know what you think in the comment section. And do not forget to leave a like and share this video. See you in the next one.